Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel, and it seems to me that there are a fair number of people out there that are getting just a little tiny bit impatient, and just with the sideways movement of the price of XRP. And my response to that is, bruh, it's been like 4 days. Like we just had a massive run up from 20 something cents to almost 80 cents, and there's been a little bit of a retracement. Fine, it's only been so many days, and so I wanted to share with you a few things. First of all, the macro trend for the crypto asset class is still very bullish, including specifically XRP. All the analysts that I'm following have not changed their point of view just because XRP is consolidating, trading sideways over the last several days. To be super duper clear here, major surge still coming according to the vast majority of XRP chart analysts. And so, really, what I'm seeing here is just the question is, and there's one analyst in crypto media, it's on your screen here. This article just is questioning: is this the calm before the storm for XRP? And if most of the analysts that I'm following are correct, the answer is yes. The answer would firmly be yes. It still is the case that despite this consolidation, so many analysts feel that the next price bump up is imminent. And they kind of disagree only to small degrees as to what that might mean. Would it be 65 cents? Would it be closer to 80 cents or a dollar? Many of them that I've been highlighting over the last few days and their opinions haven't changed. The answer is over a dollar for a lot of them. So it's all coming. Another cool thing, I like this. There's been a question lately as far as Bitcoin, which leads the market. So, like, I know we don't like it. I'm not thrilled about it, but XRP does, simply in a broad sense, follow the price action of Bitcoin. And so there's been this question: what's going to happen with Bitcoin? Are we going to see, after this tremendous run up with Bitcoin being over $24,000, are we going to see it go back down, and then would altcoins, including XRP, go down with it as a result? What I'm seeing today, specifically, the analysts that I follow, they tend to think it's more likely than not, it's actually not going to be retracing to its support zone, which is around $19,500. So, well, they don't say it's impossible, but they just think in terms of probabilities, which is what technical analysis is all about. That's what's going on in all likelihood. Now, I do want to be clear, I don't have a financial background of any kind. I'm not offering financial advice, and so you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say, all right? I'm just as interested in you as in these topics, but that doesn't mean I'm some sort of professional. I'm not. As a hobby, I love talking about this stuff and making YouTube videos, all right? Now, as I record this, XRP is at 54.9 cents. Bitcoin has dropped a little bit. It's at $23,357 market cap for the asset class, 662 billion. Bitcoin dominance still looking good for you Bitcoin maxis out there, 65.49%. Here's a tweet from Credible Crypto. Yeah, so here's the thing. So even though the macro trend's still in place, according to pretty much every chart analyst, whether you're talking about Bitcoin or XRP, and it's positive in the bullish sense, where could you see XRP go in the short term to the downside? Credible Crypto, very popular chart analyst, and he's certainly pro XRP. He says, and he was asked her point blank, where do you see XRP dropping to? 50 cents? Question mark. And he said, yeah, low 50s. So, which is the direction that we're currently heading, but it's still range bound. It's just a bit of consolidation, but nothing goes up in a straight line forever. And again, just to illustrate how bullish he still is, here's a tweet, and I think I may have shared this one the other day, but it's from yesterday. It's worth repeating. And he cited here that XRP went 1,000x in the last market cycle. And so if XRP just went to $10, that would only be a 100x increase. So 1/10 the increase for this market cycle. And I have cited in the past too, and this is worth being aware of, especially for you new to the crypto space, you may not have heard of this concept, but with each market cycle, the multiplier effect becomes weakened. If you consider whatever the low is to the highest point for whatever the market cycle is. And in a nutshell, just to put it in simple terms, the reason is with each new market cycle, even after retracements, there's more money in than during the previous market cycle. And so it's harder to get a doubling, tripling, quadrupling effect in terms of the opportunity for asymmetrical gain. So that's why. But he wrote here, even Bitcoin went 800x, then 400x, then 125x in the last cycle. And so he wrote, there's nothing unrealistic about this idea of XRP increasing 100-fold, over this next market cycle. And again, he illustrated there the same thing's true of not just XRP but Bitcoin as well. And then here's a tweet you can tell, and I've been seeing it for a bit of this, and I get it. We've all got our skin in the game, and people get a little antsy about stuff. So this is not to make fun of anybody. It's just to kind of share the sentiment that I'm seeing on crypto Twitter. And so somebody here wrote to Credible Crypto, "Hey Cham, what's your thought on when money would start flowing into altcoins? Would expect it to already happen as it did in 2016/2017 when Bitcoin broke all-time high, but no sign of that now whatsoever? A question mark." And then Credible Crypto simply wrote, "It's coming, patience." Exactly. And so when people get into trouble, it's when they start to feel something. They feel emotion about their investment, and then that is what results in them making buying and selling decisions. But that's why, to me, it's all about taking a long-term measured approach, just understanding that XRP isn't going to move just because I want it to. You know, it's like, so the people that jump out and they go chase the next shiny thing, it's like, well, XRP's not moving on my time, so I'm going to jump out of this and go chase something else. And then inevitably, XRP goes up after they've, eliminated or substantially reduced their exposure to it, and that bites them in the butt. That's what people do. They go chase the shiny thing that's taking off with green candles. Not me. I am not going to behave like that. And then here's a tweet from Capo, who wrote, another chart analyst here, "If crypto is really the future, and I think it is, long-term targets are out of our minds." And so I just wanted to highlight this to share an opinion that I firmly believe to be the case, is that, if you really want to find success, just people in general, it's my humble, unprofessional opinion, fine, that those that are willing to engage with a long-term mindset, and really truly hold whatever it takes. Like, these are the people that are going to be most likely to have transformational wealth into their lives. Like, and here's the thing. Like, I understand it's not going to be the case that all cryptocurrencies, even though they in a general sense do follow Bitcoin, it's not going to be like that forever. And so you can invest in cryptocurrencies and lose everything. And I always acknowledge, fine, maybe I'm wrong about XRP and it all goes to zero, but I sure as hell don't think so. And so as long as I continue to see real adoption, I will be happy to hold however long it takes. XRP isn't going to move on whatever timeline I would necessarily like it to. And so what? I'm not going to be a little baby about it. I'm going to be an adult, and I'm just going to sit here and hold. And as far as what it's going to look like, my gosh. Well, again, you saw what Credible Crypto wrote there. There was a previously for XRP 1,000-fold increase, 100-fold increase. Doesn't sound like that much from one market cycle to the next. It could easily be substantially more than that, right? And so then there's this piece titled XRP Price Analysis Following Long Consolidation. Can XRP retest 2020 high at 78 cents? Despite the 12% weekly increase, and as all the focus falls on Bitcoin, XRP continues to stagnate compared to other altcoins and remains below 60 cents. Is this the calm before the storm for Ripple? And so there you go. Using words like stagnates, this or that. My friends, you do understand that a little over a month ago, when was it, in October, XRP was at like 22 cents. As I record, it's at 54 cents, and we're talking about a stagnated XRP price. It's been like several days. Okay, this is not a big deal. This is seriously not a big deal, in my humble opinion here. But you see the way that crypto media words stuff like this, right? As far as it being the calm before the storm, look, I've been sharing with you throughout this consolidation, this most recent, which is it's a very short consolidation, at least so far, that they keep saying the thing's going to pop at any moment. And I'm just saying, when this many chart analysts have strikingly similar opinions, it catches my attention here, because right here they're talking about, in this particular article, XRP getting back up to its previous resistance of about 78 cents. Here's another article I'm not going to read, but just to share the sentiment. This is from Crypto.com's chart analyst Dennis Sarachuk, and he thinks, I think the number is 65 cents when I was reading this a little bit earlier. He's talking about it potentially, in the short term. If the bulls manage to take hold, you're looking at potentially 65 cents, which would be a nice jump up from where we are right now. And again, this is all in the short term, like the truly short term. And I didn't pull up a bunch of the other analysts that I've been citing because the opinions haven't changed. But just like, what was it, 2 days ago? There was a video where I showed like 4 different analysts, and they're all saying, yeah, in the very short term, you're going to see XRP over $1. And so I didn't pull it up for the sake of this video, but nothing's changed. It's just been consolidating over the next day. So I know it's less exciting when that's the case, but it just comes with the territory. It's okay. And then you can see here. So yeah, so this was interesting as well. Bitcoin support sits at $19,500, but it remains highly bullish, says Analyst. And so people don't like to hear a number below that psychological level of $20,000, but the charts are the charts. And so there is this analyst, Salsa Tequila, who wrote, from a technical perspective, Bitcoin support is $19,575, that area. And he writes, look, I don't make the stupid bias fitting rules. This is the support. I hate it too. It's probably not hitting, but this means unless we lose the area, I'm bullish AF, and shorting is illegal. Bears are stupid. Improbable hit. So he's saying technically could happen, but he doesn't believe for a moment. The way he's reading the charts, it looks much more bullish. And so if that's the case, you're probably not going to be seeing an XRP retrace much lower than the region that these analysts have been citing. And there are some other analysts that say, fine, maybe XRP will hit the upper 40-cent range, like 48, 49 cents, fine. But like Credible Crypto, like I showed in this video, he's talking low 50s. And then that's just a range of consolidation. After that, they're still fully anticipating that, that breaking through that $1 mark, which we haven't seen for XRP in quite a while, frankly. That's probably a strong psychological level. You can imagine like the amount of attention XRP is going to get breaking $1. I bet it's going to be staggering. So more money is going to be jumping in. People will be FOMOing because this is how emotional human beings behave. They don't want to buy it when it's cheap. They want to see everybody else jumping in, and then they'll throw their money in, and then the multiplier effect is less awesome. But there you go. It's how humans behave. I'm aware of it. That's why I did not behave like that. I spent the last 3 years accumulating XRP. And I'm very glad that I have. So it's just to me, just patience is the name of the game. But still, major surge is on the way, I suspect. And fine, like I keep saying, maybe I'm wrong, but I doubt it. It's more like a question. This is why I don't make price predictions, because I don't want to be a chart analyst. I like researching fundamentals, but if I were to make a price prediction, it would be so disingenuous. I don't want to pretend like I'm some sort of chart whiz. I'm just not, and I don't want to be. But for me, it doesn't matter, because whatever the time frame ends up being, I'm just going to hold. And so that's why, like, as fun as it is to talk about this and track it, like in the end, I ultimately don't care a whole lot. I want to be aware of it. Like I said, fun to track. But it's not going to matter, because I'm going to out-patient anyone else. I can guarantee you of that, because if I'm wrong about this whole thing, I will ride this bitch to zero. I freaking mean it. I will ride XRP to zero if I'm wrong. I don't care. I care, but I'm just saying, and I don't believe that. I don't believe that that's the case. I think it's going to be worth substantially more than it is today, right? And even if you don't believe in the utility of XRP, which means you should probably do more research, it's an undeniable fact that XRP simply follows Bitcoin, and I don't think Bitcoin's going to be going to zero anytime soon, if ever. So happy to sit here and wait. And so it gets to this question now, if Bitcoin does continue to take off, this made me think about something that XRP chart analyst Blockchain Backer's been talking about lately, which is, if you see a retracement of Bitcoin, maybe even down to roughly this level, you're talking about $18,000, $19,000 level, which is an if. Perhaps not probable at this point, but if. He actually thought that even though you might see some alts go down with it, which would be normal, that could ultimately trigger an altcoin season, which means that if that happened, and XRP ran up to like the $10 to $13 range, then that's the type of scenario where it's like, okay, that means we're probably going to be having 2 alt seasons, and so you'd see a major retracement for XRP again. But that would also mean during the second alt season, you could potentially see price action upwards of $50 for XRP. And so in a way, I actually kind of wouldn't hate it if Bitcoin did retrace to that level, because it would be fun to see if blockchain backers right about the probability of this, seeing if that does trigger an altcoin rally and seeing what that means for price action of XRP in the coming months. Especially since if his gut's right and you see a second one, holy hell, I would not mind seeing XRP over $50 at the peak of this market cycle, whatever it ends up being. But who knows? I mean, I'll be thrilled, even if you're just talking about the lower end of what he's predicting with $10. Holy hell. I'll take that. Look, I'm gonna be not that greedy. I'd still be thrilled with $10, whatever. But all good things in time. I'll wrap it up there, though. Thank you very much for stopping by, my friends. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.